The other one, but that's 24. I think I was older. I know. That's why I was so mad. That's why I was so mad I want to do them. I didn't need to know boots because you just bought you some boots. So I said, well, I'm going to get you boots. I said, well, I don't need to get the boots because you bought them. Yeah, I know. You said that's so good. So I was just, all right. Hallelujah. I didn't realize I bought you the same color that you already had. I didn't realize. All right, y'all, we back. I'm so sorry. I screwed that up, y'all. Whew, I don't know what. Well, I know what I did, but I screwed it up. I'm sorry, y'all, but we back. We back. Let me say hi. Thank y'all for coming back. Thank everybody for coming back. If you weren't here the first time, I'm glad you're here. Please hit that like button so people know that we over here. What's up? I'm going to try to say hi to the people who I didn't see the first time. Hey, Andrea. What's up, friend? Hey, Sylvia, DeMille, Morgan. Aretha Hill, ReallyB. I'm currently at the airport here in Dallas. My Southwest flight was canceled. Child, you had to spend $460 for a one-way flight back home, and they're going to hit. Oh, I know they're going to hit y'all mouth. Listen. Friend of mine, his flight was canceled. He was supposed to fly out tomorrow, and they just sent him the email today, and everything is booked up. Everything is booked up. And he had a direct flight from Atlanta to DC. So it was so ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to read y'all what they talking about over to the Southwest. But now, child, people, yeah. Can I make a request to y'all in 2023? Can I make a request in 2023? And this, I mean this with all the sincerity in my heart. I do, y'all. I do. Y'all know I love the tribe. And this is probably not even coming from people that are tribe members. I just want y'all to read and listen before y'all be leaving me these long comments under my videos telling me what I did and didn't say when I did say it, if you had listened to the video. Anyway, because that ain't my tribe. That's people that be trying to just, Okay, Danny. Well, I'm glad it went well, honey. But yes, honey, listen, this Southwest situation is a mess. So I'm going to spend, United didn't cancel anything. I got to work tomorrow. Right. United didn't cancel anything, but all the other airlines are absorbing the Southwest. The flights now, they are charging all kinds of stuff now. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. They are charging $3,000, $2,000, $1,000. A friend of mine that works at BWI Airport here, Baltimore. Well, it's really Thurgood Marshall Airport now. said that all of the cars are gone in the car rental because people are like, they're stranded and they're like, I'll just drive. So they're getting cars, and y'all know whatever they start doing, they start price gouging. So now the flights, like he found the only flights that he found coming. Now this is from Atlanta to DC, a direct flight, $2,000. Who the hell is paying $2,000 to get from Atlanta to DC? All of the bus fares were the buses. No, you can't even Greyhound. The buses are booked. The trains were booked. Everything is booked up because Southwest canceled. Now I've seen a couple of different numbers. I've seen 60% of their flights. I've seen 67% of their flights. I've seen 82% of their flights. But suffice to say, let's just stay at the low number. Let's say 60. Over half of the flights that Southwest Airlines had were canceled today, which means that people are stranded in airports. People are stranded in hotels. People luggage is all over the place. Well, they don't have a megabus from Atlanta to DC. Do they have a megabus? I don't know, but I can't say all the places that they call. Yeah, I can't say all the things that they call, child. You saw 92%. Yeah, I've seen the numbers all over the place, but even if we just stay with the low number, over 60%. My sister was trying to fly from Baltimore back to Houston, and her flight was canceled in Southwest. No rental. Yeah, no rentals. There are no. A friend of mine that works out at BWI said, all her all the cars gone. And when I say all, I mean probably over 95 to 90. So, he said all though. I'm gonna go with all, child. Well, we just gonna pray. Is anybody taking Ubers or Lyfts to where? I'm sure that getting out of the airport going back home ain't the problem. It's getting to where you're trying to go to is the problem. It's crazy. Let me tell y'all. Now there was a video that I found where the spokesperson for the stewardess, the airline. I know stewardess isn't the proper name anymore. Attendants, the flight attendants. The flight attendants union for Southwest spoke out and said that this is a systems breakdown. Now Southwest is saying it's because of weather, but it ain't the weather. It's not the weather at this point because most other airlines are back up after that winter storm. Most of the other airlines are back up and running. This ain't because of weather. This is something systematic internally. This is something that's internally going on with Southwest, child. The Biden, the Department of Transportation is investigating. But here's the problem, and like I was saying to my friend earlier, the problem is they can investigate, but in the meantime and in between time, they're gouging prices. Those people aren't going to get that money back. You know what I mean? At the most, what'll happen is they will fine. Southwest might get a fine, or Delta or these other airlines that are gouging these prices, they may get a fine, but that don't change right now. If I'm desperate to get home and I pay $1,000 for a flight that could be $200, ain't nobody giving me my $800 back. It could be their system and will screw up flights. Yeah, that's what the president of the union for the flight attendants for Southwest said that this is a systematic error. It is not the weather. They said this is not the weather, honey. Don't be blaming the weather. And see, that makes a difference when it's time to start handing out these refunds, because they talking about something they can only give a credit. But people like my friend, he was like, I don't want a credit. I want my money back. Like, I don't need a credit. I want my money. So It's a mess. It is a mess. I'm trying to find. Y'all know I be finding stuff and then I be losing it, child. Here it is right here. Southwest Airlines under investigation by the United States Department of Transportation after canceling 60% of their flights. And like I said, the numbers are all over the place. But I'm going to just read you this article. I'm reading off the Jasmine brand. The unprecedented cancellations, Lord, I couldn't get it out, from Southwest Airlines has been described as one of the biggest airline meltdowns in U.S. history. The winter storm. Oh, Abby, drop the link for your makeup palettes. That's what we left off, child. Drop the link for your makeup palettes, Abby. And if somebody else could drop the link, another mod, can y'all drop the link for TSF Entertainment, the TSF Entertainment YouTube channel, please? The U.S. Department of Transportation. Okay, Southwest does not partner with other airlines. This has helped to keep their flight costs down. But now customers are unable to rebook their flights with a sister airline. This has left thousands of people stranded, with warnings that customers may not be able to travel via Southwest until the weekend. Y'all, it is Tuesday. What up, New Jones? It is Tuesday. Hey, Xavier. It is Tuesday. They already said that some people might not even get their luggage back until New Year's. Excuse me? Excuse me? New Year's. Oh, no, El Teddy. Hold on. Let me send a new link. Excuse me? Have you lost your mind? Excuse me? New Year's. You going to hold my luggage till New Year's? Do you know how many pieces of luggage are just left stranded in airports all over the United States? It's a mess. It's a whole mess. All right, El Teddy, you should have the new link. The U.S. Department of Transportation will investigate Southwest Airlines following their unacceptable cancellation rate. Unacceptable cancellation rate. But you know what, Cindy? Some people can't help it. If you're flying somewhere and you're going to be there longer than a couple of days, or if you have kids, like, you got to check luggage. I mean, you know. According to FlightAware, a flight tracking website, Tuesday morning, 2,944 flights traveling in and out of the United States have been canceled. An astonishing 2,547 of those flights were from Southwest. Southwest was responsible for 2,909 of the 4,000 canceled flights on Monday. According to FlightAware, 63% of Southwest Airlines Tuesday flights were canceled, while Spirit was the second largest at 10%. According to FlightAware, representative Southwest scheduled short turnaround times for their flights, which may have bogged things down. The rep also claimed that COVID, flu, and RSV incidents led to employees calling out sick. So which one is it? Which one is it? Is it scheduling? Is it the weather? Is it people not coming to work? Like, y'all done gave me 4 different reasons and one little, like, pick a reason and make up one. Yeah, honey, this is Southwest. It's all over the news. This is Southwest. All right. So this is Abby's makeup palette. That was what I was in the process of doing when I screwed up that last live. That was me. That was me. So here it is right here. Now let me see what it is, because this is the matte lip kit. This is the matte lip kit. Ooh, look at this. This is pretty. Look at that red. That's like a burnt orange reddish color. Or is it pink? Child, I can't tell. I don't know, but I'm going to be wearing it. Y'all know I'm going to be wearing it. And it comes with a lip liner. Is this lip liner? I'm going to make sure I'm saying it right, y'all. So the gloss comes with a liner. Okay. Okay. And then this is the palette. vintage noir. Okay. I like the packaging, Miss Abby. And look at your colors. You get a little mirror and then look at the color. Y'all know I like sparkle, y'all. Y'all not like that sparkle. I guess I'm gonna have to try. I guess I'm gonna have to start wearing my makeup again, y'all, so I can play in the sparkle, honey. Now this other one, I can't. I think I ordered two different colors, but this one is quintessential. Maybe I ordered. Oh, this one is quintessentials, so that'll go in the mail to quintessential this week. All right, y'all. Okay. Now the other story I'm gonna touch on before we get out of here. I mean, before we get to these year in review. Um, I'm just stick to my Delta and JetBlue, child. Uh, oh, you're gonna do your entire Japan trip with carry on. Gonna use the vacuum bags and pack everything. I know that's right. Listen, I ain't mad at you, girl. I've never been good at packing. Maybe y'all will have to show me how to do all of that because I've never been good with packing. I always overpack and I always have way too much stuff. Like always, always, always. My papa says always pay with Visa because they get coverage from them and they look after you. Okay. I'm reading some of this. Okay. Now the TSF Entertainment at 8 o'clock. I will be over on TSF Entertainment or 8:30. I think either 8 o'clock or 8:30. Xavier, if you're still here, babes, we will be reviewing the first episode of Best Man final chapters. We will be over on TSF at 8:30 reviewing that. So can one of my moms drop the link when you get a chance, please, so that people can know where to find us at 8:30. We will be reviewing episode 1 of the Best Man final chapter. So we'll be over there. Now this second story, which is it's crazy. It's a little bit crazy. Okay. Now y'all remember we heard the story a couple of weeks ago that Joycelyn Savage claimed that she had a baby by R. Kelly, right? They said it was artificial insemination, I guess. Well, Joycelyn's father says that baby ain't that's not R. Kelly's baby. Um, and he's even concerned about whether his daughter is even still alive. He said that he's concerned and he's upset, and that baby is not R. Kelly's child, and that he has concerns about whether his daughter is still alive. Now look, I don't. I don't even know what to tell y'all at this point about the situation. I don't know what to tell y'all at this point about him, her, them, there. I don't know. Y'all. All I'm saying is at this point, this is going to come off very harsh. This is going to come off very, very harsh what I'm getting ready to say, okay? Joycelyn's family. I'm gonna need you to just let it go and pray. Honestly, your daughter is grown. Even if you think she's brainwashed, even if you think whatever it is at this point, she's grown. No authorities are going to help you. Nobody's going to come and get her. At this point, people feel like she is making, you know, the decisions that she's making. What's up, El Teddy? How you doing, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. So we're talking about Joycelyn Savage's father saying that that baby ain't really R. Kelly's, and he's even concerned about whether his daughter is still alive. Now, I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but at this point, I know it's a harsh opinion. Listen, you have lost your child. All you can do at this point is pray. And I hate to say it like that. I'm sorry. I really hate to say it like that, but at this point, all you can do is pray. I don't know. El Teddy, what you think?
I think at this point, Joycelyn Savage has had 3 years to come to her senses and decide that she was going to break away from the cult of Robert Sylvester. And the fact that she's still entranced in that cult and wants nothing to do with you as her parents, I don't know if there's anything else that you could do with and for her. The fact that she's delusional enough to let the people believe that, or try to make people believe that she has a baby from this man who's been in jail 3 years, talking about she had IVF. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Even if you did do IVF, you have to have consent of both parents.
I don't even know. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know all the laws for all the rules everywhere, but I don't even know how you do IVF with an inmate. Like I don't even know how that works.
She
How does
did.
that even
She
work?
was claiming that they did it before he went in jail. That's what she was claiming, that they did it before he came in jail, went to jail. But ma'am, even if I go with that, even if I was to believe this delusion that you are going through, baby, you need the consent of both parents. And R. Kelly is on record saying, baby, this never happened. Like,
Child. Thank you, Tracy. So at 8 o'clock or 8:30, I think it's gonna be close to 8:30. We will be over. I will be over on TSF talking Best Man Final Chapter Episode 1 with Retro CG. So if you guys are interested, it's 131 of y'all in the chat. Y'all come
is it
on
on
over there and join
Peacock
us. We're
or
gonna have a good
Paramount?
conversation. Huh?
Is it on Peacock or Paramount?
Um, I think Peacock.
I have Peacock, so okay, I could do Peacock. I just don't know how much of Terrence Howard I can stomach. I just don't like Terrence Howard. He gets on my nerves. So I've
Well, he
heard
said he's retiring, so you shouldn't have to deal with him no more.
he what? Oh yeah, he did say he
He
retired.
retiring, so you shouldn't have to deal with him much
Yeah,
longer.
that's good. So
Good evening, all. It's hard to lose a child. She and her dad are living in delusion. He needs to continue to pray for his child and for her safe return to the family. This is sad. She needs help. I agree, Miss Gigi, and that's why I gave him a lot of grace. Listen. I have been defending those parents. I know people have come for me, and I have defended those parents, and I'm gonna continue to defend those parents in certain areas. But at this point, where we are now, like El Teddy said, R. Kelly has been behind bars for 3 years. At this point, she is still under whatever spell she's under, and it's really not much we can do. But
well,
you
that
can't keep running
other,
to the blogs with this crazy
even
stuff
the
every
other,
time.
even the other little girl. What's the other girl who was under his care, and she ended up seeing the light. I can't remember because Joycelyn was
Yeah,
older.
the other one she left.
She
And that's
left.
the one who they bombed her
Yeah,
car and they burned her car so she wouldn't testify. And
right.
yeah,
That
she
was
left.
the girl.
Remember the two of them even got into a fight when the
Hmm.
girl was leaving and she
Remember,
was
she was
packing up her
on.
stuff.
Remember, before R. Kelly went to jail, she testified on
Azriel, that's her name, Azriel.
Azriel. Yes, she even came um and got her life in order. Thank God.
Yeah.
But the Joycelyn chick who was there longer than Azriel,
Listen.
maybe I don't know. It's nothing you could do. I mean, there's nothing at this point you could do. I don't even know what she's clinging on to because, ma'am, you're never going to be with R. Kelly again. That man is going to be in jail probably until he, is no
Forever,
longer.
forever, ever, forever.
And so, what are you clinging on to? What bulletless gun are you holding? Thinking there's a shot that you and he are going to be together?
Right. And I understand that, Xavier. We've had that. Listen, Xavier, me and you have had that conversation many times that you don't have any sympathy for the parents. I do. I see it differently, but I'm not about to rehash all of that. Now, I am going to review the final part of the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. It's a 2-night event over
I'm
on
gonna watch
Lifetime.
it. Am I gonna review it?
I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to, but since I did the first and the second, I said, well, I might as well finish up the trilogy, child. It's only 2 nights. I said, I guess I can stomach it for 2 nights.
When does it come on?
This week, I think it starts. I mean, not this week, next week. It's the first week of January.
You know what? And it's somebody, you know what? The part for me, and this is all I'm gonna say about it. The one part of the R. Kelly saga that makes me cringe so much and makes me feel so bad is that one girl, Sparkle niece. Whenever they talk about her story, it does something to my heartstrings because I can't imagine the fact that everybody across the fruited plains knows your face, knows who you are, and saw that happen to you. And even though you're the victim, it still doesn't erase the fact that you are the one attached to that. And so whenever they mention her part and her story, and I know people, insidious people, have floated this woman's pictures, recent pictures across the internet and things. That's the one part of the story that has always pulled on my heartstrings is that is the girl from the infamous video. Like even when they showed that on the first video, I couldn't, it was hard for me. That part is always hard for me, which is why I have no understanding for Sparkle.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to relitigate.
Yeah, we did that. We had remember we was having long
had a
lines.
whole, yeah, y'all can go back and look at the old videos of Robin R. Kelly and all of that. Like I said, I wasn't going to do, but it's only 2 nights, and it's the final chapters when they finally, arrest him and put him on trial and all of that. I do not know what all they're going to talk about, Xavier, but I do know that it is the final chapter, and it's probably going to be thrown. It's probably not going to be as good as the first one. To me, the first one was good. The second one was This one is going to probably be very much thrown together and just look, we got him. Ta-da! Like I don't really feel like it's going to be.
But I hope they do not do, which I think that they're going to do, is go into the gory details in those trials.
Yeah, I think they're going to. I think they are going to just kind of give us this is what happened. We arrested him. He went on trial. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? I don't know that to be a fact. It is a 2-night event. And each episode is going to probably be 2 hours. So they put together, give or take, 4 hours minus commercials. So what if you add the commercials? They put together 3 hours worth of something to talk about, child. All right. So I think that was it before we get into now. I'm going to do the same thing El Teddy is doing. He's doing a part 1 and a part 2 for his year in review. I'm also doing
I already see. I'm going to have it's going to be like the R. Kelly series. It's going to be 4
parts. Well, El Teddy going to have an R. Kelly series. Okay. Well, he did part 1. He did part 1 earlier today. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking mine down like this because this is going to be. I may do more than one part 2, El Teddy, but this is quick drops. These are my top 10 of my quick drops of the year. So for those of you that know, it's 131 in the chat. I hope everybody has hit that like button, please, and thank you. But I do my quick drops where I give you a few minutes of a hot topic or whatever. And so these are the top 10, which actually surprised me what my top 10 were. It actually surprised me. Yeah, I saw that, Abby. I'm not entertaining that. I think I talked about that yesterday or Christmas night when me and El Teddy were on here Christmas night. I'm not entertaining anything dealing with Tory Lanez. At this point, the courts have spoken and I'm done with it. Boy, you're going to jail. The sentencing is for January the 27th, I believe. I will talk about this shit again January the 27th, unless something monumental happens between now and then. Meg's trial with her record company is also next month. So I may be speaking on Meg again. But as far as Tory is concerned, you can sign all the petitions you want. I ain't never seen. Well, I ain't gonna say that. But y'all can sign all the petitions y'all want. Y'all let me know how that work out.
I
Because
am
even
on my every reviews tick where I don't care about these people. Like
yeah,
I
I mean
feel
at
so
this
much.
point,
I'm channeling Evie
I
on
cared
this.
about it only because I've been waiting for this trial for 2 years. It was very underwhelming because I feel like both sides fumbled the ball. And at this point, I'm done. Like I said, we'll talk about the sentencing, and then I'm done. Like, far as I'm concerned, I could care less. After he gets out of jail, he's gonna be deported, and that's it. And I'm done. They may deport him sooner. I don't know, but he won't be here. So yeah, he'll be making mixtapes from jail. I mean, he won't be the first to do it. So um. ain't signing nothing but a petition to deport. Right. And they still trolling Meg under her comments on her social media and stuff. So like I said that, and I said that, I said it doesn't matter whether she wins or not. It's not gonna change people. So it is what it is. So um this is what I'm gonna say. So these are the quick drops, you guys. So um it's been a very interesting year. Unfortunately, the first one that we are starting with is my out of all of my quick drops, this is number 10. We're gonna go from 10 to 1, obviously. Number 10, we're gonna unfortunately be starting off on a sad note. We're gonna be starting off on a sad note. Let me share the screen. Uh, we can look. So on L Teddy's, the drinking game was all the times he wore the Felix shirt. Let's the drinking game over here can be how many different hairdos does Really B have? Okay.
You do be changing hairdos, girl.
All right, so here is number 10, y'all. What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and video. Something on the last video and the sound was messed up. Can y'all hear? But unfortunately, I do have bad news to bring you guys.
I hear it.
Why is it so low?
I don't know.
Wait a minute, hold on. Now I got rid of the sound altogether. Hold on.
Yeah, you muted it.
Oh, my dumb ass muted it. The sister of Tony Braxton has died. TMZ is learning. Tracy has been battling cancer for a year, doing so very quietly. She lost her battle on Friday. We're told Tracy's sisters and mom were by her side when she passed. Tracy appeared on the family's reality show, Braxton Family Values. She was an actress best known for Sinner's World. She also appeared in There's a Stranger in My House and Chaw. She recorded the hit song Last Call that rose to number 16 on the Billboard Hot 200. She also recorded Broken Things featuring her sisters Tony, Tawanda, and Trina. As you know, Tracy has famous sisters Tony, Tawanda, Tamar, and Trina. The family has okay, and then it goes on to talk about their niece that passed away a few years ago. So I totally missed all of this. I'm going to show you guys this picture. This is coming from the great. So I'm sorry that was low, you guys. That is Tracy Braxton. That is when I was reporting the death of Tracy Braxton. It. A lot of people did not know that she was sick, and they certainly did not know that she was terminal. I knew certain things, but I could not speak on them. Um, Tracy's friends with friends, and she's also part of a motorcycle club that I have friends that are in that same motorcycle club, her and her husband. And so I knew stuff, but I couldn't speak on it. But even I did not know that I didn't know she was in hospice. I knew she was sick and I knew she was doing bad, but I did not know she was in hospice. And so, yeah. So unfortunately, I have to start my top 10 off with a sad one. We've lost a lot of people this year. Leslie Jordan.
I feel like we at the end of each year we kind of have the same adage, like we've lost a lot of people, And I think that my grandmother used to always say the older you get, the more people die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you know more people, and you're closer to more people who are dying. One thing I will say is that I think that the Braxton family did a hell of a job of keeping the news about her being terminal under wraps, because
they
like you
did.
said,
They really did.
nobody knew until it was, you
Yeah,
know, there. And then the other thing is, I come from a large family and they have a large family. And so when you come from a large family, you deal with a lot of death and tragedies. That's one of the sad parts of dealing with a large family. Like every year, I remember my family went through like a 10-year stretch where it was every 5 or 6 months there was another tragedy or death or something, and we just couldn't catch a break. And so that's one of the things that people don't talk about. Like people love to talk about having big families, but when you start dealing with the rough side, it does get kind of, ugh, it gets hard to deal with.
yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, I knew, and some news. It did make some news when at her son's wedding she had lost so much weight, but it seemed like that was swept under the rug really quickly. It was like people talked about it and then it was done. So you're right. The family did a really good job of keeping it under wraps. All right. Here is the next quick drop, which again, this is the one. This one shocked me that this was in my top 10 for the year. This one shocked me. What? Go ahead, Rob. I'll be like this video. Well, listen. Remember a couple of months ago, we were all excited because Tabitha Brown had landed her own TV show over on the Food Network. It was going to be the first vegan TV show on the Food Network, and it was like a competition style show, like Chopped or stuff like that, but basically with vegan dishes, right? Well, it seems like that relationship has gone sour very quickly. Her show, which was set to air in a primetime slot, has now been moved to midday in the middle of a bunch of reruns. And we all know what that means. That is the kiss of death. And that means that it seems like that the Food Network is purposefully sabotaging her show. Now, Tabitha Brown has released a statement, and you can kind of read between the lines. Let me read you this article from the Daily News. Things have appeared to have gotten quite complicated between Tabitha Brown and the Food Network. For reasons unknown, the social media superstar Superstar's new vegan-based competition series called "It's Complicated" has been abruptly pulled from its primetime slot and banished to weekday afternoons where year-old reruns go to die. All right, so leave. I'm gonna end it there. We get the. So I was surprised that this was my top.
Decision, the influential TikTok superstar ripped the sudden
Yeah, I was surprised that this was like my top story. But we found out later that Tabitha Brown was like, I'm not kissing nobody's butt. Like I don't have, like I don't need this. If the Food Network decides that we can't do business, then we just can't do business. And I respect Tabitha for that. I'm not sure how much. The reality is, at some point, you are going to have to bend a little if you want to be in somebody else's house. You know what I'm saying? But her attitude is, listen, I don't need to be in your house. What's up, Diva?
Listen, I don't know that the Food Network has the ratings to really try to be playing around with people who can bring them some
Well, if you're
real
in a
extra.
no, if you're a food person, yeah.
What I'm saying is, yes, if you're food rated, but I'm saying in the overall global scheme of ratings, in terms of them wanting to get more ad, if they can get another market that they didn't have, they absolutely want that. That's the point that I was trying to make. But who knows? I'm glad she decided to say, listen, I'm not here for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, for food people, it is like my sister's a chef, and it's I can all she's always on the Food Network. Because
Right.
that,
No,
I mean,
what I'm
that's
saying is if she can garner eyes of people who wouldn't normally watch the Food Network, and that could get them an extra, category in the Nielsen ratings, I don't see why they wouldn't want to. And I believe that she does have that type of following where people who wouldn't normally follow the Food Network would go over there and watch them. Watch her at least.
yeah,
So
I guess. Oh, I forgot. Hold on, y'all. Before we do see, look at me forgetting to do stuff that I did. Let me play my little intro. I did an intro, L Teddy, for the year in review. Let me play my year in review.
shoot,
Did you
I'm so
like it?
proud of you. I did. It was cute.
Aren't you proud of me? I did that all by
Well,
myself. I
I
mean,
am.
actually, it was a template on Canvas, but I put the pictures in.
You know what's so funny? You showed Brittany Griner, and I didn't put this on mine, but in February, when it first went down, and I talked about it, I remember saying, if Biden is serious, she'll be out before the end of the year. If he's not serious, she won't be out for a few years. I remember saying that on. I watched myself say that on that live, or I remember being live when it broke that Justice Breyer was retiring in January, and on live I literally said Ketanji Brown Jackson is one of the front runners. She's going to be your next Supreme Court justice on live before any of the media outlets said it. And me and Patty Duke were talking about it in the chat. She was talking about it in the chat, like we broke all of that stuff, and you do that over here too, and we do that on Teacher Project 2.0. So I love that we're ahead of the curve. That's what we do over here. We always ahead of the curve.
We try, honey. We try. All right. So the next story, this is number 7. Story number 7. Yeah, no, 10, 9, 8. This is story number 8 out of my quick drops. Now, this is going to be a fun one for us to talk about, L Teddy. This is going to be a
Oh
fun
God.
one. Uh-oh, where'd it go? Uh-oh, hold on. I just had it. Okay, hold on. Okay, I literally just had it. Where'd it go? It's right there. Why is it not coming up? Hold on, y'all. Oh, boy, I tell you. Why is it not popping? Oh, there it is right there. I was about to say, I just saw it. I know it's there. All right, here we go.
Motherfucking contract says Monique is to be the last motherfucking person on the goddamn stage. She is the headliner. That's what I signed the fuck up for. I'm 30 plus years in this motherfucking business, and I don't open for no goddamn body. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. The contract said the headliner. But a nigga you be turned into a bitch and said I won't perform if she does that. I won't go out if she does that. Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga. And you think because I don't have a dick, that ain't my position, nigga. So when I leave this motherfucker, liner. Let me say it again, the headliner. That's what the motherfucker.
Well, Tribe, that was a video of Monique from this weekend where she seems to be a little upset about the fact that she was under the impression that she was going to be the headliner of this particular comedy show. And she accused D.L. Hughley of refusing to go on stage if he didn't get, closed to be able to close the show. And she was like, listen, I ain't closed the show and however long, and I did this and that. Y'all saw the video. Now, D.L. Hughley has responded, and I'm going to read you guys his response. D.L. Hughley says the following. All you have to do is check the order of names on the ticket stub from last night, and you'll see who's confused. Against my better judgment and over the objections of my team and four other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work on it. Oprah was the problem. Tyler Perry was the problem. Charlemagne was the problem. Steve Harvey was the problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be everyone else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh, not hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next. She also insinuated that the DL in his name stood for something else regarding his sexuality. And
El Teddy, you remember that story?
I remember that, and I remember dragging her with reckless abandon. I remember that whole time period. And I remember I went in and let have on Monique because it got out of order. It was really, and then remember there were receipts. He had a receipt. She had a receipt. And it got to a certain point where it was stupid. And I feel
but then she brought his kids into it. Remember, she started talking about his wife and his kids, and it got real ugly. It got very ugly.
Like it went beyond you just being a comedian and trying to be comedic to it was just very low brow. It was very like it was so unnecessary. It fed into all of the horrible things that people have been saying about her all the time.
Right. It feels like it was 3 years ago. Child. So, yeah, that was a lot. It went back and forth. That went on for about 2 weeks, I guess. Back and forth for about 2 weeks.
Because every time you looked up, somebody else had another receipt, and it just became a whole mess.
It was a lot. All right, here's the next one. Please hit that like button. It's 133 of y'all. Shout outs to the 133 people. You can hit that like button while you're here. Please, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Now, here's an interesting one. I have no idea how this made it into my top. Oh, and let the record reflect that we are on hairdo. This is video number 4, and we are on hairdo number 4. Just let the record reflect. All right.
Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Well, listen, Kevin Federline, who we have not heard from in a long, long time, he chose to speak publicly about Britney Spears' relationship with her current relationship, with her sons. Now, we know that Kevin Federline has had primary custody of the sons pretty much most of their life, going all the way back to the events that occurred that led up to her conservatorship, and of course, the 13 years of her conservatorship. Her children are almost legal age or are legal age at this point. And what Kevin Federline said is that at this current time, her sons have chosen not to have a relationship with her because of her, continuously choosing to pose nude on social media that they for them. And at this point, they're just keeping their distance. And I thought that was interesting that one, he would even come out and let us know that. Like, I don't feel like that's our business. I don't feel like we need to know that. And I thought it was interesting that of all the things they could be mad at their mama about, like that's what they that's what they choose to be mad at their mama about, right? Now, Britney Spears' husband has responded, and what he has said, I want to read it to you because it's the whole statement. So let me tell y'all what he said. Okay. He said, to clarify, my wife has never posted a nude selfie except of her butt, which is quite modest these days. All of the posts were implied nudity, which can be seen in any ad for lotion or soap. There is no validity to his statement regarding the kids distancing themselves, and it is irresponsible to make that publicly. The boys are very smart and will be 18 soon to make their own decisions and may eventually realize the tough part was having a father who hasn't worked much in over 15 years as a role model. Kevin's gravy train will end soon, which probably explains the timing of these hurtful statements. I do not know him personally and have nothing against him aside from him choosing to vilify my wife. His character is revealed by approval of the cruel 13-year um, sea ship, and of course, what he's talking about. Um, of his loyalty to Jamie indicates his approval at time of his conception as well. Things that are not issues and behavior easily dealt with therapy or other ways were magnified to justify a 13-year prison sentence. Anyone approving of it is wrong or benefiting from it somehow. I will not comment on this matter again except to say I have a job.
I thought the unemployed backup dancer. Oh Lord, it's still playing in the background. The comment about the unemployed backup dancer took me. It took me out then, and it's taking me out again.
Baby, the fact that that young man with diamond like precision read you for life, budget. He read him just with surgical precision. Baby, he was like, this is not
He
the hill you
did
want to die on. You might want a
right.
whole
He,
lot of smoke, but this is not the smoke that you want
he
today,
said the
bro.
gravy train. Wait a minute, Kevin Federline and Brittany's father are writing a book on fatherhood. Is it gonna be a comedy? Is it gonna be a parody? Is it gonna be a what not to do when raising children? Because I cannot imagine that Brittany's father has any advice to give us.
I mean,
Sir,
that whole time during all of that, it just reeked of this being something that Kevin Federline projected or put on those boys instead of those boys really writing that. Because let's be clear, you they listen, they are not coming out. If they truly are embarrassed about their mama being nude, they ain't coming out in public about it because that's gonna bring more attention to it.
right. Child, right. How often does he see his other kids with Shar Jackson? Child.
Right.
All
And
right.
you
The
take the
next
rape
one
train off her.
is gonna probably shock y'all. The next one is gonna probably shock y'all because it shocked me, child. Some of these really shocked me. I was like, I even had to double check. Like YouTube. Are you sure? Are you sure this is my top 10 quick? Now these are just the quick drops though. So I guess that counts as the same hairdo as before. So we on hairdo number 4.
What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button,
Oh
and I
Lord, the
hope you like
sound
this
is low
video.
again.
Listen, y'all, I try my best to stay away around and whoop and dupe and dip and dive all of so Scott cheating situation. Okay, this is for my love and marriage Huntsville people. Okay, so we know that rumors have been swirling about Marcel damn near since we found out that Martell was cheating. We know that Martell threw it out there first, him and Melody in season 2 when they decided to decided that they were going to have a united front and they was going to come for all the haters. And basically, they threw at Marceau, listen, don't come sweeping around our feet if your house ain't clean, okay? And we found out that Melody and Martell basically let it be known that Marceau was out in them Huntsville streets getting it in too. Now, Martell and Marceau have since made up and mended pieces. Melody has not been as loud and chirping as much.
So I don't even do that many stories like this on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I was really shocked that Love and Marriage Huntsville was in one of my top 10. And I don't know what I don't know.
I ain't got, I don't got nothing for marriage, Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't got nothing for it.
Why Tracy
Baby,
throwing tomatoes in the chat?
Girl, I ain't got nothing for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Nothing at all.
But we're gonna move on to the next one because, like I said, I was surprised that they were in my top 10 quick drops, child. Okay. Now here's one that I expected to see. I actually expected this to be higher up than where it is. This is number, hold on, where's my list? This is actually number 5, and I really expected this to be number 1 or number 2 because when I was posting these videos, they were like going through the roof, and that's why I say I'm not sure if these analytics are right because I know I had more than 20,000 views on one of these videos. So I'm actually kind of shocked that this one is number 5, but like I said, I really think the numbers are off, but I mean, who am I to argue with YouTube, child?
What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So the question is Tasha K losing in court to Cardi B? Now, I don't know if you guys have been following this, or we just bring you up to speed. I'm going to give you the short version of it, okay? So about 2 years ago, this whole situation started between Cardi B and Tasha K. It might not be quite 2 years, but anyway.
Oh, did I do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
This thing has a delay on.
Tasha K, I'm giving y'all the show. Okay, Tasha K interviewed a woman by the name of Star Marie who claimed her and Cardi B. Salacious outlets were made. Tasha K reached out to Cardi B to do an interview to sort of rebut it. Cardi B refused, and the war was on. Okay, Tasha K became relentless in her reporting of everything Cardi B. Again, a lot of salacious things were said that I'm not going to repeat because we know now they weren't true. But in the interim, Cardi reached out to Tasha K. Cardi B's attorney sent Tasha K cease and desist. And Tasha K was so bold to even go on her Instagram and talk about how she was going to wipe her ass with the cease and desist. Fast forward to where we are now. Cardi B has moved forward with a defamation lawsuit against Tasha K that is now being played out in federal court. Now, in the early hearings, we found out, you got to go back and look at all these videos, child. But in the early hearings, we found out that Tasha K's attorneys were not impressing the judge, even to the point where the judge admonished them in court and even told Tasha K that she might need to go find some new representation because they weren't doing a good job. But she came on to her attorneys, and here we are. So the case started on Monday. We start with Tasha K being on the witness stand. So, let me give a shout out. I'm sorry, before I go any further, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Dennis Byron. Please, if you are not following Mr. Dennis Byron.
So now the report for that particular one dealt with the fact that she was on that it didn't look like things were going well for her. Well, we found out that it's true because she lost the case. It wasn't going well for her at all. Yeah. It wasn't going well for her at all.
Yeah, that didn't go so well, Tasha K.
Thank you, Meg. Oh. Does that count as a hairstyle? Does that count as a different hairstyle, El Teddy?
No.
Yeah, it's really not. That's the when I need to get my hair done. That's at the tail end, right before it's time for me to go get my hair done, child. I keep telling y'all Tasha K is working in Twixt restaurant in Miami. She went to Africa. This lady needs to deposit her check like Armand said.
Working at Sundays in Miami, you know what?
Right. Now she giving out service of fried ribs, honey.
Girl, I went to Sundays. I didn't see her there. Girl, Tasha.
Well, you know what, Morgan? I was getting a lot of my information from Dennis Byron. Now, fast forward to where I am now. Like with this Meg trial, I honestly didn't get any of my information from him because I felt like he was very biased. In the Meg trial, he was very biased in the Tasha K trial as well. He was very pro Cardi B. And maybe I didn't see it as much because I was pro Cardi B as well. But with this trial with Tory and Meg, he was very biased. So it was her day off. Andrea said that was her day off when you went, El Teddy.
I'm not doing this for her. And Andrea, you from Miami?
Tasha K was ridiculous. Well, she did that to herself and she still owes that money. She sure does. Oh, I would go to Sundays when I be worried about Tricks sweating that food. That's the good stuff right there. When they get to sweating, that's that good stuff.
Now, one thing you can't, okay, Trick can cook by every stretch of the imagination. You ain't never heard a person say he can't cook. Now, you can say what you want to say about that young man, but they never accused him not being able to cook.
All right.
It was all right.
All right, here we go.
Tonight, Larry Reed was able to speak with Carry On Franklin and interview from, a jailhouse interview. He's in jail. And I got a little more information. We have some more details. So I'm going to just go through my notes and tell you guys what came up in the interview. So what we find out is that he is in jail currently right now, and he was arrested in Beverly Hills, he said. He said that he had been working on a car. He said he has two cars. Both cars need work. He had been working on one of his cars. He said he got early Sunday morning, doing work on the car. He was on his way to an AutoZone because he knew that the car had a blown fuse in the tail light. And so he was on his way to AutoZone where he got pulled over for a blown tail light. He said he tried to explain to the police officers that he was on his way to AutoZone, but to no avail. He said he was trying to film the incident, but the police actually took his cell phone out of his hand while he was filming. I found that to be very interesting.
So for those who don't remember this story, this was Carry On Franklin, who is Kirk Franklin's son. He was in jail earlier this year, arrested for, listen, I still don't know if we ever got to the bottom of that whole situation. Okay, maybe not the screen of me with my tongue sticking out.
Carry On is my
This was right after the Bad Boys was right after the Bad Boys season. And he had hooked up with Larry. I don't know, somehow Larry Reed was involved, child. And
remember John P. Key was supposed to be involved too, and then
right somehow, but then Kirk Franklin got him out. The family got him out, and then it was something dealing with.
Been in the news because Kirk Franklin did the family photo and didn't invite Carry On to do the family.
Yeah, that was recently. That was this week. That was this week.
That's what I'm saying. Recently.
Yeah. So he got out, and he supposedly went back to Texas, and they were supposed to be working on their relationship. And then he had charges in Texas. It was a lot, but I don't know if we ever really got to the bottom of what he was actually being charged with, and if the charges were dropped, or if he has a trial coming up. Like, I don't even know what the hell happened with that case. But like El Teddy just said, clearly things between him and his daddy ain't much better because he wasn't in the family photo. Now, I feel like he wasn't in the family photo by his own choice. I don't feel like Kirk was like, bro, you can't show up. Because it's not like people don't know that that's his son. I feel like Kirk told him when to show up and he won't dare.
I don't know. I think the jury's still out on that because I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think Kirk is hands are as clean in this whole situation as he'd like us to believe.
Did you look at Bad Boys? Did you look at Carry On?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a lot there. I think we're looking at years and years and years and layers and layers and layers of stuff. I'm not saying that Kirk is 100% innocent, but I don't know.
But that's why I say I don't think either one of them are innocent. But I definitely don't feel like Kirk is as innocent as he'd like us to believe that he is.
Well, I believe Kirk's version of the story from the point of view of the son is dealing with issues. He's clearly dealing with issues as it relates to his sexuality, that he expressed on the show. And how that connects to his upbringing in the church. I believe he has substance abuse issues,
But going back to the whole sexuality thing, I really believe that part of that probably stems from how he grew up and Kirk was involved. Because I think and all of this is on both sides, your side and my side, just some speculation. But just knowing the nature of being a child that is in the spectrum of sexuality, and you growing up with a parent that's a gospel artist that's preaching all over the place, there's probably a lot of things done and said to you that has a traumatic effect on how you look at yourself, how you feel, and can truly affect your mental stability. So I
can agree with that. I can understand
that played and so now his relationship with Kirk may be volatile because he may be at the point where he's starting to accept who he is, and just having to be around somebody who tried to, stifle how you felt or what you thought about yourself may be triggering.
I'm with you. All right. The next one is now here's one, El Teddy. Again, this is one that shocked me that this is my top 3. This is in my top 3, and I was totally shocked that this was my top 3. Again, I don't know YouTube. I don't know if these analytics are right. But let's go on and talk about it.
Oh God.
Hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Well, listen, if you watch Put a Ring on It, then you are very familiar with the couple of Alfonso and Shay, right? We know that they have a whole lot of issues as it relates interaction with his family. The fact that, allegedly his mother won't accept her. Allegedly, the mother of his child is a problem because because his mother and the mother of his child are very close. Allegedly, he made some comments on this last episode that will lead you to believe that, she's still waiting for them to get back together. She's still holding on to phase, and that, eventually the two of them will get back together and ride off into the sunset. Now, we have yet to see or hear from either one of these women ourselves, even though the last 2 episodes were dedicated to the couples reaching out to family members and getting some insight on their relationship. But the mother of his child did post on social media, and I'm going to read you what she said. What she said was the following. I vote as my father. Had he been... So, yeah, Put a Ring on It is in my top 3. I question that.
Like, YouTube, you sound real upset about the fact that that's in your top.
Let me say this, because I know for a fact, and this is a fact that I know that my Tasha K, the first Tasha K video I did about her being in court, I know I got over 20,000 views on that video because I was watching it because I was like, oh shit, like I ain't never had a video go that fast before. Like I dropped the video and by the end of the day, I had over 10,000 views. I ain't never had a video get 10,000 views in one day like that. I just had never had that happen at that time. So for some of these videos to be higher than like that Tasha K video isn't even in its top 10. Another Tasha K video is, but that one isn't. And I'm like, this ain't right. When I look at the views, so I'm gonna say this, YouTube, I'm questioning it. Well, we're gonna roll for it. We're gonna roll. Because we almost at the end.
YouTube good for pulling stunts.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just tell you what I know. Okay. Now this next video, El Teddy, you're gonna have a good time with this one.
Oh boy.
And let me say this before I even pull this next video up. Everything in this video is still allegedly. It is listen, hold on. Allegedly, 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 because ain't nothing in this video, ain't none of this video been proven.
God
It is
help us.
all, and I say allegedly all through the video, but it is all allegedly. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have a good time with this. This one's right. This one is right up your alley, El Teddy. What's up, tribe? How you guys
I don't know
doing?
why
Go
the
ahead and hit
sound
that
is so
subscribe
bad.
button, and I hope you like this video. And we got a little bit of scandal down to the church. Okay. Now I don't know if y'all already heard this information, but let me tell you, Reddit, okay, is reporting that Pastor Dwayne Dawkins has an alleged sex tape that then came out about him. Now listen, the sex tape is with a man. Now let's be clear. I don't care who you love, okay? Love who you love. My problem is that you loving who you love in the dark and you condemning people who love who they love in the light. That's my problem, okay? Now I'm gonna read y'all this article and y'all do what y'all do with the information, okay? Pastor Dwayne Dawkins got into hot water after a scandal broke of being gay
Now,
and
El
having an
Teddy,
extramarital affair with a man. That's
El
another problem
Teddy,
too.
Yes.
Love who you love, but don't love who you love while you.
None of this is alleged because we
I
saw the
think
subject. I reported on this.
you know what?
And he
I thought this
admitted
was
it.
a different. Wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I thought this was a different video. I thought this was the one about Shawnee O'Neal's husband, and that's why I
Oh,
said it's alleged, it's alleged, it's alleged. But absolutely, it is not alleged. We well, yes, we
like
saw
he
the tape. El
recently,
Teddy,
what was that about? I think that was in
yeah,
November.
we saw
He
the
went
tape.
on in a
So no, I
panel.
thought this. Remember, some rumors came out about. Remember, some rumors came out about Shawnee O'Neal's husband.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that's what
Yeah.
this video was. But no, this one is no. This ain't alleged. This is yeah. This ain't alleged.
It's alleged.
Right, Whitehead is not in my top 10, and y'all know that Bishop Whitehead should be in my top 10. Okay.
Nah, because you know you love you some Bishop Whitehead.
Listen, El Teddy, this is right up El Teddy's because I believe El Teddy was the first one to tell me about this story,
Yeah, I did a whole
and he
live
had to
on
show
this,
it to him.
and I dropped the link to the video for people who wanted to see it. Child,
Yeah, you
Fat Cat
did,
said
and I
she
believe
had
I
to
saw
come.
it.
Mm-hmm. It was big.
I feel like in the group chat we had a whole conversation about this video.
We did. I think we talked about it in the
I feel like
Mod
in the
Squad.
group chat we had a whole conversation about this.
Was it in the Mod Squad chat?
Right.
Child, y'all know the Mod Squad chat be off the chain.
Yeah, your mod squad chat, y'all be cutting up in there. Me, I'm the innocent one. I don't have nothing to do with none of that.
Child. Don't believe her, y'all. Do not believe her.
All right. Um, and the last but not least is this one right here. I don't know why the sound is so screwed up.
Listen, tonight was the finale to Celebrity Big Brother season 3. And baby, I've already given y'all my little breakdown rundown of how that whole night went. But it seems as though that what we were missing was the whole meltdown that was going on behind the scenes. So listen, it is no secret that Todrick Hall has been getting hammered for things that he's done and how he's been playing the game and things that he has said. Allegedly, according to Spoiler King over onto the Twitter, y'all go follow Spoiler King's account over to the Twitter. According to Spoiler King, Tajik Hall's management actually called CBS earlier this week They were not happy with the edits, and they are not happy with how Taj is on the show tonight. If you don't already know, spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you who won. So if you don't want to know who won, go on and pause this video now and come back. But tonight, after the votes were cast and Tajik only getting one vote, which actually came from Cynthia Bailey, which by the end of the night, I'm sure she regretted. Um, when they went to commercial break, because it was a live show, when they went to commercial break, allegedly, Tajik had an epic meltdown. He left the couch, walked off the set, and was refused.
Yes, the Tajik Hall video, which did give me good views. I mean, this Tajik Hall video, it has almost 50,000 views. So the Tajik Hall video, it shocked me that it was my top video. But when I looked at the numbers, I was like 50,000 views. Wow. Like I mean, 40,000 views. It's like at 39 something. But yes, honey, Tajik Hall from his Big Brother, celebrity Big Brother moment where he basically
I
had a
mean,
tantrum, child. He had a whole tantrum.
it's been very chronicled for a lot of years, and people just never wanted to believe, a lot of people, how horrible he is, and how brat of a, like, he's one of those people who, there's been a lot chronicled about how you just don't want to be around him, and he's just not a good person to, he's one of those diva mentality, one of those, almost like a bridezilla type, like, and people have really, like, people from the industry really have talked really bad about Todrick Hall. And it's taken people a long time to really see, but I know this was an incident that really, because you don't see Todrick Hall in a lot of stuff a lot of times now like he used to be. So this really turned a lot of people off to him, but a lot of people for years have been speaking out against Todrick and all of the horrible stuff that his antics and shit. He used to be out of control.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely out there. Like he's treated his assistants bad. He doesn't pay people. He stiffs people. He's a
Mhm.
diva. He's disrespect. He's rude. Like what we saw on Celebrity Big Brother, I feel like it's who he really is. And he
Yep.
was exposed on Celebrity Big Brother. He was shown to be not a nice person. So okay, Kimberly said for a while the sound of my videos was low. I guess it was, child, because I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, it
there
was low.
was some videos that you would do that it would be like low. But remember, you was having mic
I changed
issues.
mic at the beginning of the year though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had to play around with the volume and the settings and stuff like that. Okay. Now that is part one. Those are just my quick drops. So I'm gonna do I guess I'm gonna do like El Teddy, y'all. I'm gonna do another one will be all my live videos. So those will be mostly tribe meetings. So what are my top 10 tribe meetings of the year? And then I would do my top 10 TV show reviews. Well, reviews. So I'll do. So we have two more, but so Bishop Whitehead may be in my top 10 of live videos. I don't know, but none of the quick drops that I did on him. I really didn't do as many quick. I think I did more live conversations about him. So maybe that's what it is. But like none of the Wendy Williams videos. Not like I was surprised. You just never know what people want to see, child. You never know what people are gonna watch. The videos that you put up that you think are gonna be, oh yeah, everybody's gonna watch this. They end up being the
Mhm.
videos that don't nobody watch, child.
It's always the videos that I don't be caring about that people be like watching. I'll be like, child, I did not even. You be like, girl, that's the video? Because I really didn't care. Child.
Right. So I what I will say is this. Um Catch me in about an hour. Well, I don't know if it's 8 or 8:30 that we're gonna be at TSF Entertainment discussing the first episode of um Best Man final chapter. I'm about to go eat so I can be ready at whether it's at 8 o'clock or 8:30. And y'all meet me back over there. It's 118 people still in the chat. If you have not hit that like button, please hit the like button. And y'all meet me back over there in about 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. Okay. El Teddy going off on Monique from Love and Marriage DC. Got some views on it too. But is that on El Teddy's channel? That ain't on my channel, is it? Did El Teddy go off on my channel? I feel like he did that on his channel. Did you do that over here?
Oh no, that was I did a live on Monique on my channel, I think.
Yeah, that's over here. That's over on his channel, child.
That's later in the year. We'll get that.
Y'all know he don't really be rocking with Monique like that.
I sure don't. Nah, that I ain't gonna lie about. Really be knows.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm about to get off of here so I can eat my dinner. And y'all meet me back over there. All right.
Thank you for having me.
I'll put it on my community wall. I'll share it on my community wall if you didn't get the link. I'll share it. All right. You know what? Yeah, the whole Tiffany Haddish, Ari Spears. Yeah. When I get to my live videos, I'm gonna see what pops up when I do my top 10 lives. I'll look through it. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.